where is Ryan Reynolds right now in his career in 2005 when he's doing Waiting? Like where, like what are the movies around
Sure.
him?
Okay, this is all the same year. Amityville Horror, Waiting, and Just Friends, all in the same year. Of those, Just Friends is a legit hit, and I think somehow a Christmas classic. Like people are like, "It's Christmas time. I want to watch Just Friends," and I'm like, "For real?"
What's going on, everyone? It's been 20 years of Joe List Crappy Movies, and we're taking a look back at the movies of Joe List Crappy Movies. So, Joe, what are we talking about this week?
Hey Phil, we're talking about the movie Waiting, starring Ryan Reynolds and Justin Long and Anna Faris. And this is a movie about people working in the uh like uh Applebee's style, or uh give me another example.
Chili's,
Like a Chili's, or like a Big Buffalo steak. What are those called? The Buffalo wing place? Is it called
Buffalo Wild Wings, or B
Buffalo
Dubs, as I
Wild
like to call it.
Wings? Exactly. What are those largely called? They're not like restaurants. They're not fast food. They are chain.
Yeah, like I don't know, like because they're not fast casual. They're like a step above fast casual or a step below, depending on which direction you want to go.
That's the okay, and that's a good point, because like before going to see this movie, I was like, Applebee's, great. Love it. Let's go. Love it, Applebee's. Like, it's a hot meal. It's on a plate. It's on a glass plate. That's great. That's a step up from what I'm usually doing after seeing this movie, because it explores that world. And I mean, it has this wacky group of characters working in there, and you get to see like the real lows of what it's like to work in a place like that. So after watching this movie, I was like, ugh. You can really feel like the reheatedness of the whole thing after that. So like this for better or worse, the movie Waiting ruined those kinds of places for me. TGI Fridays. I'm just keep naming them as they come to my head. So Internet Movie Database describes this as young employees at Shenanigans, which is the name of the place. What is it called in Office Space? The flair that they
Tchotchkes.
have at Tchotchkes. Yeah, same sort of jam. So the young employees at Shenanigans restaurant collectively stave off boredom and adulthood with their antics. And I think that that's not really what the movie's about. Like, that's the trailer of the movie, because in a trailer for this movie, or like in the pitch for this movie, you're going to see them dealing with rotten customers and like, doing all the nasty things that you fear people that handle your food might do. And that's definitely a part of the movie, and it's definitely part of the humor. But there is a heart and soul to this movie. It really is about a young man who's stuck. Justin Long plays this guy who's sort of stuck in this job. He took this job, and like now the people that he was at the same level with in high school are graduating college and getting jobs, and he's like, I am at a crossroads. Like, do I want to become an assistant manager at Shenanigans, or do I want to figure out what's going on in the world? So it's about people being stuck at a point in their life, and I think a lot of people, that happens to a lot of people. Like, people don't know what they want to do, or and then life goes by so fast. So that aspect of Waiting is very interesting, and it is handled with a lot of heart and soul, and a lot of humor. But at the same time, this movie is a lot about the nasty side of this sort of industry. Justin Long is the star, but it really is Ryan Reynolds, sort of at a higher level, sort of like he's the guy that's been there even longer, and who's making the best of it. He is basically Van Wilder in a restaurant, um, as a host of Van Wilder in a school. And this all takes place in one day, which is very interesting. I love that aspect of it, because you get to see everyone's true arc in real time almost. It's John Francis Daly's first day. And John Francis Daly is the kid from Freaks and Geeks, of course. And he's gone on to become a massive writer and director. He wrote the early Spider-Man Marvel MCU movies, and he directed Game Night and Dungeons and Dragons with his directing partner. But so that's what he's doing now. But this is when he was like 20 years ago, he was like, I'm an awkward teen and it's time to have an acting career. So it's his first day at Shenanigans, and Ryan Reynolds is showing him around. And I love this sort of like cool guy showing the new kid around and showing him all the weird things of how this place works and what everyone does and all the weird wacky characters you get to meet in here. So that appealed to me very much. But the movie, it becomes problematic very quickly. Again, this was a 2005 comedy, so like there there's no political correctness, and
Mhm.
they really are like pushing the boundaries on the F word, not that one, the other one. The R word, which is, I get it. We all said it back then, but times have changed. Um, like they're really lean into it. And it's really it, it, it makes me think about how poorly it makes a movie age, which is sad. Um, and then part of me was comparing this in my mind to Clerks because that's like a all in one day sort of like
Mhm.
the dirty side of convenience stores sort of movie. So they're similar in that respect. But Clerks has aged better. Maybe. I don't know. Jason Mewes is a mess in that movie. He says some really nasty stuff. But for whatever reason, it doesn't offend in the same way. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. But the real offensiveness comes in this game they play. And this is really the headline for Waiting. Because there's this game they play throughout that is introduced very early on and has beats and beats and beats throughout. And it's a game where they try to make each other look at their genitals, which is terrible, right? So
I
they're
wasn't sure where you were going with that. I thought it
could
was
have
gonna be
gone
something like
anywhere.
that, but I didn't know where you were going.
Absolutely. That could have gone anywhere. They try to make each other look at, fill in the blanks. I mean, if I gave you three options, you probably would have got it. So all the guys in the restaurant are trying to make each other look at their. It's funny because they have Luis Guzman explaining it. So he's like, you try to get him to look at, you know, the main part, the other part, or he describes a way where you can, stretch the skin and show a different part. Right. There's an art to the game, and all the guys in this restaurant are in on the game. They like love it. And like the rules of the game are like, you have to trick somebody into seeing it. So like it has to be unexpected. And of course that leads to the audience unexpectedly seeing it a few times during the movie. But yeah, it has to be unexpected. And here's the real bad part. When you win the game or when you trick somebody into seeing your business, part of the rule is you then have to gay bash them. Ridiculous. But you then get to kick them, and you get to kick them a certain number of times depending on what you show them. And it's not even what they show them. He's like, there's techniques. He's like, I call this the bat wing. I call this the brain. I call this and it's just like, no. And he's describing it on like a piece of chicken. He's like, here, you got to grab it. Anyway, the game is very unsettling. And because it's introduced so early, it's like, what kind of movie is this? And like, what are we doing? And it's like, this is really the best we can do. All that to say, it becomes so important, this game. And I can't believe I'm saying it, but like this movie wouldn't be the same without the game. I should say, I haven't mentioned everyone in the cast. There's a bunch of supporting players: Andy Milonakis, Justin Long, and Ryan Reynolds, and Anna Faris, and Luis Guzman. I guess I have mentioned most of them, but also like Dane Cook before he became comedy legend Dane Cook, but also before he became oh Dane Cook. I feel bad for what he went through, but like he definitely went through it. But also like Chi McBride is in this, and David Koechner. It's just a great cast. Um, and it's Chi McBride who surprised me because at the end of this movie, he's talking to Justin Long's character. Maybe minor spoilers for this, but like he's talking to Justin Long's character about his fork in the road dilemma, like what he's doing. And he describes, he's like, this place you started here about a year ago, right? So like 2 years ago, this place wasn't doing so well. Like, people weren't coming in, morale was down. And then Luis Guzman's character started working and he introduced the game to everybody. And then people started playing the game and people started having fun. Morale went up and business went up. It saved this place. And I was like, oh my God, the game saved the restaurant. And I was like, it makes sense because if people are miserable, it's going to be a miserable work experience.
Yeah.
But to have something like that, to have something so inappropriate save the business, and it basically T McBride is like, he says to Justin Long, he's like, you got to find your show in the dick game. And that sort of wakes him up. And T McBride is this great, like, sage, wise old character. So, like, it's great. And it really works. And I was like, yeah, the movie needs this game. It needs this terrible game. Really inappropriate, really upsetting, but also really funny. And I appreciated that heart and soul. But the optics on this movie, it's so bad. Uh, but
Yeah.
but a fun rewatch. But I mean,
I can
2005 was a weird time. You can look
yeah.
back at anything and find problems, but this is one of those movies that sort of embraced sort of some things that the world shouldn't have been doing.
Mhm. So of the movies that we've reviewed so far for the series, is this the most inappropriate movie, or have we reviewed a more inappropriate movie?
Jeez, I wish I could.
Or I guess I should say a movie that hasn't aged well in the past 20 plus years.
That's kind of the problem. There've been a bunch already that have aged poorly. Maybe 5 out of the ones we've done so far. Let me just take a quick glance at what we've done and see what the worst are. I mean, Deuce Bigelow too.
Yeah. I
That's
mean,
a little
40-Year-Old Virgin, we did.
4-Year-Old Virgin did, but yeah, I mean, it also becomes a like, what is the intent, and like who's making the dirty jokes, and are they good guys or bad guys? I mean, even Rebound, the Martin Lawrence movie, to an extent had issues, and like something like Wedding Crashers sort of had the same issues, but sort of survived it. Like, it's still considered like a comedy classic of the era. We talked about that one. What else? Yeah, this might be the worst of the bunch so far.
Okay.
Just as I'm glancing over it, I feel like Waiting might be the one that most aggressively went for it with the jokes. Like, we're gonna do like putting gross stuff on people's food jokes, which, I mean, in a movie like this, you kind of got to.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
I kind of wonder if, because I feel like there was a classic comedy that we don't see anymore, kind of like what Waiting is now or was then 20 years ago. Kind of like these gross out comedies where like the point was to offend you.
yeah, and like I can't blame them because they're coming off the heels of like I mean, the 10 years before this movie saw movies like There's Something About Mary and the American Pie franchise
Yeah.
really embrace it, really lean into it, and really make it funny. I think the difference is those movies were playing the gross out game, but they weren't playing the offensive game.
Yeah.
Um, so like, yeah, something like the game that they play in Waiting would fit easily into any of those things. I mean, I just watched American Pie 2, and like Stifler gets pissed on. It's crazy. Like, like there's really gross stuff, but that the game would easily fit into those movies and feel okay. But like, it's hearing them gay bash each other, or I don't know, maybe I've become too woke to it, but like, it's not fun. Like, that's not what I want to go back to revisit.
Yeah.
And I feel like going back to watch movies like, I like Van Wilder, but I go back to that and there's problems with Van Wilder. I like Ace Ventura, and there's huge
Yeah.
problems in that movie. Like, you can't even gloss over it. Like, someone remake Ace Ventura without the
I mean,
transphobia.
I was gonna say like literally integral to the plot, which I guess in
Yeah,
a way this game is integral to the plot
huge,
of
hugely
Waiting.
connected. Yes, absolutely, yes. Anyway, Waiting.
So
That's it. That's it.
I've not seen Waiting, um, but I know there's a sequel, right? Still Waiting?
Yeah, it's called Still Waiting, and a bunch of the characters return, but not any of the ones on the marquee. It's all like, you know, like, one of the waitresses and one of the busboys or whatever returns. I don't think I've seen Still Waiting though, but it exists, that's for sure.
What like was it always felt to me like it was a direct to DVD sequel
For sure. Yeah.
in the way of like a Lion King 2. Was.
Yeah, it's basically the same movie. Still waiting and liking too. Same plot, same characters, basically. Yeah, basically the same movie.
And, like, I'm curious because we kinda mentioned the gross out comedies of, like, I guess 10 years prior to that, like American Pie, and it almost felt like, American Pie could have had a direct-to-DVD sequel, even though it did have a direct-to-DVD sequel, like
Yeah,
later on,
yeah, for
um,
sure.
but, like, American Pie 2 could have easily been a direct-to-DVD sequel, and I wonder why, like, something like this. I mean, maybe I'm gonna answer my own question because I don't know how well it did in the box office.
Well, let's look that up real quick because I think that's what my answer was going to be. Like money talks, and like no one can ignore the uh the box office that American Pie put up. Like, and they were smart to like they probably like had a sequel the next summer. Like I don't know for sure, but like that thing rolled out. So yeah, like Waiting made 18.6 million worldwide against a $3 million budget, which is a hit, but
I
not
mean,
a
it didn't
significant one.
lose money, but it didn't make a whole lot of money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it didn't make a lot of money. Yeah, I wonder. Ryan Reynolds was in a weird spot right here. He was definitely he definitely was on the map. Like Van Wilder had come out and like that was a hit, and people were like, "Oh, okay, this is what he can be." But I think this is also right around the time he put out Blade 3. So I'm not sure he knew what he was doing yet, but he certainly did what
Yeah,
he's doing now.
where is Ryan Reynolds right now in his career in 2005 when he's doing Waiting? Like, what are the movies around
Sure.
him?
Let's take a specific look. Let me just open it up real quick. I mean, my guess is that he's a couple years off of Van Wilder, and his career really went in places, didn't it? Okay, so he was a star at this point. So, Blade Trinity had come out, Van Wilder had come out, and like he had just finished he was done with the TV show at this point. Van Wilder was a big hit. He's doing cameos in movies like Harold and Kumar, and he was on Scrubs. That's a great episode of Scrubs, actually. He starred in the Amityville Horror, then Waiting. Same. Okay, this is all the same year. Amityville Horror, Waiting, and Just Friends, all in the same year. Of those, Just Friends is a legit hit, and I think somehow a Christmas classic. Like people are like, "It's Christmas time. I want to watch Just Friends," and I'm like, "For real?" Anyway, so that, and then the year after that, he's like, "Let's mix it up." Smoking Aces,
Oh, wow.
The Nines, definitely maybe three very different movies. Adventureland, X-Men Origins of Wolverine, The Proposal. He's a legit star at this point for sure. But yeah, he goes on a stretch for the next 10 years. Green Lantern, Safe House, The Croods, R.I.P.D., where he's trying to figure it out. God, it's weird. He was a star looking for the perfect movie, and then Deadpool completely changed him.
Yeah. I mean, just
And
like the
now he
movies that
only
he
makes
put out.
Deadpool.
I mean, like, just judging the movies he put out in 2005, it felt like those are he's just like, I don't know, I might be a comedy guy, I might be, like, a horror guy, I don't know yet."
Yeah, like, what I wonder what like, his agents were bringing him or what like, how does that work? He must have been at an offer point, like, people were offering him movies or, like, he was getting some first or second or third looks at scripts, but, like, yeah, I have no idea. He's got dude's prolific, but he's got a weird career for sure.
Yeah. So do you own this on DVD or Blu-ray?
I do not, I don't think. I have rewatched it a few times over the years, and, there is some funny stuff. I mean, I feel bad. Um The sage advice thing is really great. There's also a really good take on shy bladder syndrome. There's this one character where that's his arc. Like he's got this whole love interest thing, but he's just like, I can't pee at work and I gotta pee so bad. So like every other scene, he's like trying to run into the bathroom and people are stopping him. And the advice they give on shy bladder is fantastic. And again, I think this comes from G. McBride's character. He's like, close your eyes, just picture yourself in the bathroom at the urinal, ready to pee. all your loved ones are around you cheering you on. They want to you to pee. They want it to happen, and they want to see it happen. And so they cut to the in the bathroom, and they're all like, "You can do it." They're like freaking out, and it's great. It's kind of like, uh, yeah, I mean, it's great. You want that, and you guys like, I think this is gonna work. Yeah, so it's got things like that, and that are really unique and like worth revisiting.
Mhm.
Um, And then I've been nothing but ragging on this thing, the game, but like our friend group never played that game. But a few years later, we would all at the same time watch a movie called The Love Guru. um, we were in Chicago, Wizard World Chicago one year, and we were there, and it was like me, you, Irv, Kevin. We were like the four of us all went to go see The Love Guru because Mike Myers was back. It was the next Austin Powers. It was going to happen. And mixed reactions on the movie, but in that movie, they play a game called Ball Gazer, where I mean,
Yeah.
you do like the AOK symbol upside down, which is the white power symbol. like, like, what were you doing to us? Because for the rest of the summer, we played this stupid game. We were at the convention and we played this game where you just, you get someone to look. And it was funny because by the end of the weekend, we were like anywhere. Like, I got you to look here. Like, and if we got you to do it, then you could, give a little punch. Um, but yeah, so we were playing a stupid game like that, but we were not gay bashing and neither was the Love Guru, by the way. His game was all in love.
I mean, I know this isn't a video about Love Guru, but I don't remember anything of that movie except Ballgazer when you brought it up,
I know it's like an instant memory.
but I don't think I was awake for most of that movie.
You were asleep, dude. Come on. All right.
We had just
Here's the
driven
thing
out to
about love.
Chicago. It
We
was a long
did.
drive.
That was a long day. That's true. Um, this isn't about the Love Guru, but it's not as bad as people say. That's all I'll say about it.
I mean, I have nothing to add to that
Yeah.
assessment.
You're like, I'll have to take your word for it.
Alright, so if somebody's looking to watch a movie with similar vibes to Waiting, is there something you would recommend?
So there was, like I mentioned early on, there's the scene, there's the part of this movie where Ryan Reynolds sort of takes the young Padawan under his wing and sort of he's this cool, wisecracking, you know, cool guy. And he's sort of taking the shy, quiet guy and sort of like showing him around. I love that. That is very much my brand that I want in movies sometimes. It made me think of three movies right away that are, as I pulled the posters for them, I was like, these are all classics for me. Love them all. Meatballs, and and Reynolds is very much doing a Bill Murray in this same sort of vibes. PCU, which is about Jeremy Piven sort of showing around a young kid at college. Love that movie. Piven's great in that movie. Um, and then the last one is a movie called The Way, Way Back, which has Sam Rockwell in that role, sort of taking this kid under his wing and sort of showing him around. They're like in a Hampton style sort of summer area, and Sam Rockwell lives and works at a water park. And the kid's lost. And that's the thing. Is like it's a coming of these. That's a coming of age story, and it's about the kid's lost. He doesn't know what's going on with his life. He just, his parents don't understand him. But this weirdo that lives at the water park will show him the true meaning of life, and I love it. Way Way Back is one of my top 10 of all time. So big recommendation for that. PCU and Meatballs. Watch them all this weekend.
Right. Right. So any of the other closing thoughts on Waiting?
Uh, I mean, problematic for sure, but I feel like I will return to it again. Like, there's funny stuff there, and there aren't a lot of movies about Applebee's and Chili's, and
Yeah.
give me two more. Give me two more. Like I don't know, Chi-Chi's, or when we were growing up, Ponderosa was a big one.
Ponderosa. Oh, man.
Do you remember the Ponderosa? I love it.
Yeah, of course I remember Ponderosa.
So there aren't a lot of movies about those sort of places. So, I mean, if you have any nostalgia for them, waiting's what you got, or still waiting. One or the other.
All right, everyone. Have you seen Waiting? What'd you think? Let us know in the comments below. Have you ever played an inappropriate game at work? Uh, Let us know what those rules were. Unless it's too inappropriate, then don't let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, we don't wanna get flagged by YouTube.
Yeah. But if you like this, give us a like, give us a thumbs up, and if you are new here, hit that subscribe button and become a subscriber. And we'll catch you all in the next one.